I thought long and hard about whether to share these tips. These are some powerful psychological principles based on how compulsions and addictions are formed. In the wrong hands, they can be very damaging, but they can also help good men add some excitement to their romances. So, let's do this. Here are 7 dangerously effective strategies to make women obsess over you. 1. Disappear. For a while, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Isn't just a sweet cliche, it's actually crucial if you want someone to fall in love with you. Obsessions are built in the moments when we don't have something. They're based on craving and longing. If you're always at your lover's beck and call, you don't give her the space to crave you. More likely, she'll take you for granted. That's what happens when someone or something is always around. But if you disappear for a while, that creates a contrast which allows her to realize how happy you make her. So, give your lover the gift of your absence. The harder it is to earn your presence, the more she'll begin to crave it. How to do this in a healthy way. Don't randomly ghost your lover for a few days. Instead, create a life that's so busy that you genuinely can't be around her all the time. 2. Blow hot and cold. Slot machinas are addictive because they're unpredictable. If you knew when they were going to pay out, they'd be boring. It's the not knowing that triggers the addiction. This is because dopamine is released in anticipation of pleasure, not receiving it. Similarly, when you're always a kind and generous partner, women aren't as excited about you. You become the predictable, nice guy. It's the unpredictable men that women obsess over, the guys who are charming one night but rude and obnoxious the next. It's the not knowing that triggers the addiction. How to do this in a healthy way. Don't deliberately be an asshole just to keep your lover guessing. Instead, be authentic at all times. Practice radical honesty. If you love something that your partner does, tell her. If you don't like something, let her know. 3. Surprise her with spontaneous gestures. The main thrill of slot machines comes with knowing you could win the jackpot at any time. If a woman gets that feeling around you, this can fuel a deep obsession too. You can create that anticipation by occasionally buying her great gifts for no reason. Want that obsession to burn even deeper? Name something nice she did and tell her the gift was to thank her for that. Then, you give her no gift the next time she does something similar. This is how you train dogs to come to you even when you don't have a treat. You can train people to be super generous the same way. How to do this in a healthy way. Don't be that asshole who deliberately forgets your partner's birthday. Instead, become a generous man on random days of the year. 4. Be difficult to impress. Did you have a teacher who was really strict with their grades? If you were a keen student, you probably worked harder to impress that teacher. You probably valued a B+ from them more than an AO from someone else, because you knew it was difficult to earn. It works the same in human relationships. If you're a people pleaser who acts impressed by everything a woman says or does, she won't value your respect at all. But if you're difficult to impress, there's a great chance she'll work harder to win your approval. How to do this in a healthy way. Don't hold back if a woman genuinely impresses you. Instead, become a man who spends time with impressive people and holds actual high standards for those around him. 5. Use highly emotional language. Women thrive off emotions. It's part of their feminine nature. The more emotions you make her feel, the stronger her obsession for you will grow. Great movies serve up a cocktail of strong positive and negative emotions throughout the story. Deep down, your lover wants her relationships to be the same way. A harmless way to recreate this drama is to use more emotional language around your partner. Pick an opinion and don't hold back. Instead of telling her you don't care what's for dinner, tell her you love sushi and hate a ramen noodles. Tell her you adore the color of her eyes or that you can't stand how she slurps her soup. You can make these statements with a playful smile on your face so she sees you're kidding. The emotional impact will register all the same. How to do this in a healthy way. Don't be rude or create drama just for the sake of it. Instead, use playful exaggerations about the small things that don't actually matter. 6. Create dread. It has been proven that the fear of loss is more powerful than the joy of having the same thing. As such, the moments your lover spends doubting your relationship can fuel her obsession more than the good times. There are plenty of innocent and subtle ways to create a seed of doubt in your lover's mind. You could create playful reasons why it'll never work out between you. I like to tell women that they're incompatible with Libras. Send open loop texts like, "We need to talk," or "I have an important question." Then turn your phone off for a few hours. Leave her on read after she tries to text you something funny or meaningful. These ideas are too manipulative for my personal taste, but they'll make women chase your rapport like crazy. Indeed, most people will do whatever it takes to escape this horrible sense of dread. How to do this? In a healthy way. Don't actively try to make your lover think that other women want you. That's toxic and also incredibly see-through. Instead, become so desirable that it's obvious any woman would be terrified to lose you. 7. Don't reveal the end of the movie. Women want their romances to be like a Hollywood blockbuster, but these are only compelling when the ending isn't obvious. So, do her a favor and never reveal that you want to have sex with her. Until the last moment, of course. It's better to give an innocent excuse for her to come back to your place. This seed of doubt makes her more excited for what might or might not happen. It stops her from feeling like a hussy for joining you. Ultimately, then, it boosts the odds of you both enjoying a happy ending. How to do this in a healthy way. You can tell white lies to build sexual tension when that's a win-win for both of you. But don't be that guy who lies about his life or his long-term intentions just to get a woman into bed. That's a selfish move and is definitely not a win-win.